It's time to round up the latest Alpha 22 reveals, from new POIs to revamped vehicles, as well as a quick look into some long-awaited news on the console version of 7 Days. If you want to stay updated with all things 7 Days, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Not too long ago, the developers of 7 Days confirmed a suspicion of mine that all the existing vehicles in the game may be getting their own remodels and redesigns following the reveal of a revamped 4x4 truck by showcasing an all-new bicycle model over on their social media profiles. They showed off a newly designed bike model in keeping with the more haphazard and handmade aesthetic Alpha 22 seems to be leaning towards, featuring a variety of scraps and junk that may also hint at deeper customization options coming in the future. There seems to be 2 different models of the bike which hint at a few different mod attachments, like the garbage can armour plates, as well as the basket for what I imagine will be expanded storage. It's also interesting to note that both models feature some kind of bedroll as well, which could suggest that respawning on your vehicle is an upcoming feature in Alpha 22. In the same image, we also got another look at a new Marauder armour set, which was previously revealed during the Alpha 21 developer livestreams over on Twitch, which is definitely in keeping with this new art direction, more akin to the existing titles like Rust and Fallout. I would also be interested to know what you guys think about this change in art direction, from a more grounded and gritty design focus to this more Mad Max-esque world they seem to be building now. Let me know in the comments below. The devs also showed off an in-game screenshot of a variety of new character models that were also previously revealed in the Alpha 21 developer livestreams. A fair amount of the new armour sets can also be seen, which look really detailed in comparison to the clothing items available right now, which is going to be a welcomed addition to the loot pool, with plenty of opportunity for players who like to take a more role-playing focused approach to 7 Days too. Next up, we saw an upcoming commercial district business strip POI, which, much like the downtown business strips, combine a small selection of differently themed micro POIs into one plot, sneakily increasing the number of explorable locations while also decreasing the real estate needed in terms of district tiles. You can actually check out some of these POIs yourself in an undecorated and unfinished form in the prefab editor, as well as when loading up the City of Arizona and Arizona Downtown test prefabs. I'd definitely recommend poking around the test category in the prefab editor to anyone who's interested in the evolution of the game's level design, because there are loads of interesting and exciting locations in the works right there. As well as this commercial district strip, there is also a new hotel coming called Haven Hotel, shown off on Twitter, complete with pool and a range of interesting architectural features thanks to the new shape blocks added in Alpha 21. It looks to be fairly large and will probably fall into the realm of a Tier 4 or Tier 5 POI with plenty of real estate for exploration. We got a brief look at a new filler prop redesigned in more detail and with higher resolution textures, alongside many other new models and props being developed by Australian-based 3D modelling studio Decorative Studio. These filler models look a lot better than the previous iterations and undoubtedly add to the detail and depth we're starting to see in the level design and world of 7 Days. Some may not find these changes too exciting, but the levelling up of the models, vehicles, props and POIs work together to bring the game into the modern age, as many of these assets are clearly starting to show their age. So for some, the updated level design and modelling is something that is welcomed. There was a brief look at some new visual effects being added in Alpha 22, namely the particle physics and animations for fire barrels. As we can see, there's some more complex smoke animations that I'd have to assume will also be applied in numerous ways, maybe involving both the torches and campfires, though it would also be pretty cool to somehow assign this smoke animation to the burnt zombie types, though I'm not sure how well this would actually work with a moving entity as opposed to a static prop. Still a nice touch that will help to bring the world to life that little bit more. Finally, the developers have revealed that there will also be a playable demo of the console version of 7 Days available at the upcoming TwitchCon in Vegas, which is a strong indication that the console version is getting closer to being finished, with the idea that console versions in Alpha 22 are releasing in parallel being still on the table. If you cast your mind back to the previous developer live streams for Alpha 21, the developers did state that both Alpha 22 and console versions would release in close proximity to each other, and that release was targeted to be the end of 2023 or early 2024. Hopefully we'll get to see some hands-on footage of the demo version from those who attend the TwitchCon and can get a clearer picture of the console version's progress so far. That's pretty much it for Alpha 22 news right now, but I'll keep you updated as more news starts to come out, and hopefully the Alpha 22 developer diary isn't too far off either, especially since the targeted release for Alpha 22 was stated to be in either Q4 of 2023 or Q1 of 2024, which doesn't leave too much time to start showcasing some of the latest additions now before release. If you want to stay updated with all things 7 Days to Die and survival gaming, hit the subscribe button and leave a like on the video if you found it useful. Let me know what you think of the upcoming changes in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, and why not check out one of my other videos on screen now.